area could mean a final...
So generally speaking, we are optimistic that things will get better, but at a very, very slow pace.
We thought it was important to understand state by state how the states are different, understand their competitive advantages, and understand the investment opportunities that the governors are trying to promote. So even though a fair bit of this work has been done already, we're waiting for the inauguration of the governors so we can get each of the governors to sign off on the work that we did for them state by state. Now, with a better understanding of the states, we then need to decide who should we be pitching to. And on a sector basis, the government defined its priority sectors. So agriculture is one of the priority sectors. But agriculture is everything from corn to rubber. How do we know where to focus attention on? That requires a sector scan, which looks at Nigeria's competitiveness and the economic benefit, economic impact that can come from that particular subsector activity.
We've spent over 3.5 trillion in the last few years, last 3 years or so. But that's not nearly enough. You know, we're trying to figure out how to raise the $140 billion US that Nigeria needs, you know, to catch up on its infrastructure deficit over the next 4 or 5 years. This is something the government is taking a very hard look at and thinking about how do we partner with, you know, great countries like America and the Americans, you know, as well as, you know, other nations and other businesses around the world.
It's time to take a quick break. Stay tuned for more news when we return. Sudan's main protest group on Tuesday called for a general strike as late last night's negotiations with the army had failed to reach a deal on how to lead the country after the overthrow of former President Omar al-Bashir. An alliance to protest and opposition organizations is demanding civilians head a new sovereign council, which is meant to oversee a 3-year transition towards democracy. But the Sudanese Professionals Association SPA protest group said the army was still insisting on directing the transition and keeping a military majority on the council. Malawian President Peter Mutharika on Tuesday expressed happiness with the peaceful way the elections process had gone so far. Mutharika, who arrived at 10 a.m. to cast his vote at Goliath polling station in Tayolo district, 45 kilometers south of Blantyre, said reports received from different parts of the country indicate that the process had been peaceful. He further encouraged voters to exercise their right to vote for candidates of their choice and turn up at different polling stations, adding that no one should be intimidated or stopped from voting. And for the